The real reason that you can't stick to a diet, and it's a lot deeper than you think, all right, and it's stopping you from making a transformation like this. Now, obviously, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist. If you've got some deep underlying issues, sorry, mate, but I'm not going to be able to help you. But I'm a personal trainer and a coach, and I believe I do know a reason why you can't stick to a diet. And it's not as simple as you might think on the surface level. So it might get a bit deep, right? So no one cry, please, because I can't be asked dealing with that. So look, at the moment, it might not be a discipline problem that you have. It's probably not because you're lazy. It's not because you have bad genetics. These things are not the reason why you can't stick to a diet, or it probably isn't. The reason why you can't stick to a diet, you can't stick to the gym, you can't stick to just getting in shape is because you don't believe in yourself. Now, that sounds very hippie, very quirky, as I like to say. But stay with me, all right? Because there is a bit of thought behind this. So look, every time you start, you've already got these previous expectations of doing a diet and it not going well. You've already tried doing this 20 times, 5 times, and every time it's never worked. Every time you've tried to stick to the gym, tried to stick to that diet, you know you're not going to finish it. You know that you've done it a couple times and you just don't stick to it. And every time this happens, it's reaffirming the belief that you can't do it every single time because it makes it worse. Okay. Now, something called the self-fulfilling prophecy. Doing it, you believe, I want to get in shape. I want to look sick this summer. I'm tired of looking like this, and I want to do it, but I'm not too confident. I've tried doing this before. I thought about doing it. I just can't do it. So because you believe now that you can't really do this, it's going to influence your expectations. I tried to lose 10 kilo before. I only lost 2, and then I put it all back on. It's going to influence your expectations. So realistically, am I actually going to lose 10 kilo by this holiday? Them expectations are going to influence your behavior. Well, I only lost a couple kilos last time. So let's be honest. Does it really matter if I do these steps? Does it really matter if I stick to this cardio? Like, I'm already expecting I'm not going to do it. Then that in turn leads to the shit result or the no result or the worst result. You might even end up looking worse because you just sack it off and eat more, right? So you've got this belief that influences what you expect to get out of all this. That influences how you actually act. And then that ties back to results. And then guess what? It's a never ending cycle. And every time you do this, it gets worse. It gets worse with every failed attempt. Okay. It's called a failure loop. Okay. The failure attempts become evidence in your brain. And your brain's like, I told you so, mate. Look at you. 4 weeks after you said you're going to do it, you ain't doing it, mate. Well done. Because your brain loves that familiarity. Your brain loves that like comfort of, you fucked up again. Huh, unlucky, bro. Sometimes your brain's going against you. I can't lie. So the question is, after that little 3-minute explanation, how do you change this? How do you, no one wants to be like that, right? How do you change it? You need an identity shift. Now, this again sounds super hippie. Some of you watch Peep Show, Jeremy, when he becomes a life coach. I feel like I'm starting to sound like that, but I ain't. All right, I'm trying not to make this cliche and tacky. I just want to actually get you to get in shape. Like, this will help you. Okay, you need to stop saying stuff bad about yourself and saying, "Yeah, well, I've started this diet, but I'm probably, let's be honest, probably going to sack it off." Or you just not believe in yourself. You need to change your identity to not even someone that's trying to get in shape. Like, imagine this version of you is in shape. You're just becoming that guy. Like, there's just this gap, and there's already a version of you that's in shape, looks sick, and you're just getting to him. You're just doing the destination to get to that bloke, okay? Or girl, but I'm going to assume you're probably a guy if you're watching this, okay? So you need to switch up your whole identity. You're not someone that's thinking about doing a diet again. You are someone that's in shape, and you're just trying to get to that gap, okay? That's the hippie shit of what I'm saying, but you need to do something. If you're anything like me, then these words, they don't really mean much. You need to do something, okay? So you need to do some micro actions daily. And then, you know what? I've put here daily, but mate, hourly throughout the day that proves to your brain I'm a person that gets in shape, that is in shape just down the line. And it could literally be a few days. Now, what are these micro actions? When I say micro actions, mate, I mean micro actions. Is what I'm saying about hourly. Every little thing that you do that will get you a little bit closer to being in shape, right? Imagine you've got a massive boulder and like you see them pictures of people like they're fucking sick physique inside the boulder and they're chipping away. Like they've got like a 6-pack. So you need to be like that every day. It's like you're not getting a massive sledgehammer in and banging a huge chunk off. You're just chipping, chip away with tiny little actions, chipping away to get to your dream physique. Okay, these could be things literally like you have a meal and you go for a walk afterwards. It helps with digestion. It helps with insulin sensitivity. It's a tiny thing. It's 5 minutes. You're just going for a walk, but you've just proved to your brain, I'm someone's getting in shape. You are weighing out your meals. You know, you're just literally, I hate people say weighing out meals is long or something. It's fucking not. You're literally just putting scales and pouring it in. It takes like a minute, actually, you can see it gets me riled, right? It takes 2 seconds more to weigh your food, right? Every single time you weigh every single bit, you're just constantly telling your brain, oh, look, what the fuck? Like, he's weighing out his food again. Shit, he must be taking it serious this time. And you're just doing things like that. Finishing last bit of water of the day. You said you're drinking 6 liters. You're on your 4th bottle of a 1.5 liter. 6 is a bit a lot. That's just how much I have. You've drank that last bit. Boom. You've just done another micro action that's getting you shape. And it's just little tiny things like that all the time. Weighing meals, going for steps, finishing water. It's not doing a massive 20,000 kilometer, 20K run and eating a tiny bit of calories. And at the end of the day going, yeah, I've smashed that today, you know, because that's not sustainable. It's literally, it sounds so simple because it is. You just got to do little things every hour. I don't even know what I put daily, but every hour. Okay. Knowledge is an issue with you getting in shape. Okay. We are in the most information rich like period of history ever. I'm a coach, I'm PT, I can make a sick plan. Guess what? ChatGPT can make a sick plan. Oh my God, I'm selling it away. So can fucking Claude, so can go on Instagram. The knowledge is not the problem. You now, as someone that's just a regular gym goer, someone that's tried to kind of diet before, you have more knowledge than me when I like started becoming a PT. Probably when I first, because there's so much going about on social media. You probably actually know more about the gym than when I was literally a qualified PT because there wasn't even as much then, right? Knowledge is not the issue, okay? That's what I'm getting at. My coaching service that I offer isn't just here's a meal plan, crack on. Like I said, ChatGPT could do that. You don't need the meal plan, mate. You could get it all in the time you've watched this video. What you need to get a result like this, okay, this is myself. You need someone to retrain your mindset, to actually keep you on track, to say, mate, what are you doing? Stop being a dick. You know what I mean? Like someone else, I'm not fucking piss arsing about. You're getting a result. You come to me, you're getting the result. Okay. I will retrain how you think about yourself, about the gym, about doing cardio, about steps. It's not just here's a plan, do it, check in, sweet mate. It's a full service. It is literally what you need. I know if you've watched this far, without doubt, I can help you. And I literally know that for a fucking fact. All right. Look, if you want to apply to get coaching from me, it should be the first link in this bio. Obviously, if you come through my Instagram, just message me on Instagram because I literally just want to help people get in shape. Like this here, what this means to me doing this for myself, it's like the best fucking feeling ever. And the only thing that is holding you back from doing it is you. And you need someone like me to sort you out. All right. So that's enough for the selling. I hope you all rated that video. I'm trying to do more of these ones. So if you rated it, let me know. And yeah, drop a sub and all that jazz. Sweet.